Welcome back, everyone, to Rare USA Coin Stop Strolling. If you love rare, historical, and valuable American coins, then today's video is going to shock you. Before we begin, make sure to subscribe to the channel and like this video, because the information you're about to hear is not shared everywhere. All right, let's get started. Right now, on your screen, you can see 5 American coins. They may look ordinary at first glance, but in reality, these are legendary coins from old American history. These are the same coins that people once carried in their pockets without a second thought. But today, those very coins have become a dream target for collectors around the world. What makes these coins truly special is the material they are made from. They contain silver, copper, and nickel, and some of these coins were struck with rare mint marks, unique varieties, and minting errors. And it's these small details that can push their value to shocking levels. According to coin experts, professional calculators, and auction records, if these coins are found in high-grade condition, and if they carry specific errors or rare features, their market value can reach thousands of dollars, hundreds of thousands, and in extremely rare cases, even millions of dollars. Yes, you heard that right. Millions. That's why major auction houses and professional coin evaluators classify these coins as high-value historical treasures. But remember this, these are not just pieces of metal. They are symbols of American history, economy, and heritage. One small coin like this has the power to change a life. It's very possible that you already own a coin like this at home. A coin you always thought was common, but in reality, it could be worth a fortune. That single coin could be the key to luxury cars, luxury homes, or even turning you into a millionaire. So never ignore your old coins. Always check their date, mint mark, condition, and errors. If you want me to break down each coin one by one in future videos showing how to identify them.
Coin number 1. The USA Washington Quarter from 1983. A coin that looks common on the surface, but hides a story that collectors take very seriously. At first glance, this coin may seem ordinary, but in the world of numismatics, the 1983 Washington Quarter is considered one of the most sought-after modern coins due to its scarcity in high grades and its hidden rare varieties. The Washington Quarter itself was first introduced in 1932, but the year 1983 holds special importance. Here's why. In 1983, the U.S. Mint produced millions of quarters, but no official proof sets were released that year. This single decision changed everything, because there were no proof coins made for collectors. Almost every 1983 quarter went straight into circulation. As a result, high-grade, well-preserved examples are extremely difficult to find today. Now let's talk about mint marks, because this is where things get interesting. A P mint mark means the coin was struck in Philadelphia. A D mint mark means it was struck in Denver. Colorado 1983D Washington Quarter, in particular, is highly desirable among collectors. Mint marks play a critical role in identifying where a coin was produced, and they can significantly impact a coin's rarity and value. Next, let's examine the metal composition. This coin is made from a copper-nickel clad structure. When the coin becomes worn, you can often see a copper color along the edges, which is a clear sign of circulation, and exactly what we see on this example. Another important detail is the edge design. A standard Washington Quarter should have 119 reeds around its edge. On heavily circulated coins, these reeds become smooth or worn down, reducing detail and lowering the grade. Now let's talk about the designer. The Washington Quarter was designed by John Flanagan. If you look closely beneath Washington's neck, you'll find the small initials JF, which confirm the authenticity of the design. Finding clear, sharp JF initials is especially difficult on 1983 quarters because most examples were heavily used. And here's where the real excitement begins. The year 1983 is notorious for minting errors. Hidden among millions of ordinary quarters are ultra-rare error coins that collectors call the unicorns of modern numismatics. These include off-center strikes, weak or incomplete strikes, cracks and die breaks, missing details, exceptional high-grade preservation. If a 1983 Washington Quarter is discovered in near mint or mint state condition, especially with a confirmed mint error, its value can skyrocket. We're not talking about pocket change anymore. Depending on condition and rarity, these coins can sell for hundreds of dollars, thousands, and in extreme cases, even more at auction. That's why collectors around the world are still actively searching rolls, collections, and old jars for 1983 Washington Court. And here's the most important part, there's a very real chance that you already own one, a coin you've ignored for years. A coin you thought was common could actually be a hidden treasure. So before you dismiss your old quarters, always check the Deteti mint mark. The edge reads JF designer initials, and any signs of minting errors or unusual features because sometimes a single coin has the power to change everything. Coin number to this 194D Washington Quarter holds a special place in American coin history. Starting off, we have a 1980 P mint mark coin that has been broad-struck. While this coin isn't extremely valuable, it did sell for over $15. It's made of silver and copper, which not only gives it historical significance, but also adds to its collectible value. Mint to 40 SEK grading and risk, this coin is sometimes sent for grading, such as Men's State 64. However, many collectors avoid taking the risk of grading because if the coin comes back lower than expected, like not reaching Men's State 66, your investment could be wasted. It's crucial to research carefully before attempting to grade or buy this coin. Mint 340 SEK rarity and life-changing potential, the coin was produced in different mints, and coins from Philadelphia were typically unmarked. Although this coin circulated widely, finding one in good condition is rare, as most were damaged over time. This is a truly legendary coin, and if you happen to own it in excellent condition, it could change your life and potentially make you a millionaire. The 1980 Washington Quarter is worth millions in the market, and its value can even astonish calculators. This coin is made of silver, copper, and nickel, and it is no less than any lottery treasure. If you own this coin, it can truly be a valuable treasure. Coin number 3, the Rhode Island 2001D State Quarter. Now we're talking about the 2001 Rhode Island State Quarter, which at first glance looks completely ordinary, but in reality, this coin is very special for collectors. What seems like a simple coin can actually hold huge value. Because of small but important details, what makes this coin particularly interesting are its design and historical significance, which are influenced by U.S. state symbols and unique state features. This quarter is not just about 2001. Its condition, mint mark, and rare features can make it worth millions of dollars. In today's collector market, some of these coins even have small inscriptions or markings that dramatically increase their collector value. While these coins bring back great memories, the most important thing is that coins that don't look valuable at first can sometimes be extremely rare and valuable. Now let's talk about some rare errors. Some 2001 Rhode Island quarters feature a double die obverse where it looks like part of the design is slightly protruding, sometimes above the ear, or as extra lines that resemble hair. These small errors can increase the coin's value significantly, and for collectors, this tiny detail can turn a normal quarter into $1 million coin. This coin also features the portrait of George Washington, designed by John Flanagan, a classic image that has appeared on U.S. quarters for decades, but on the State Quarter series, it becomes even more unique and collectible. Key historical and design elements of this coin include Rhode Island state symbols, the special mint mark D, rare double die or other error marks. All of these factors can greatly increase its value in the collector market today. So, if you happen to have a 2001 Rhode Island quarter, don't ignore it. Check the mint mark carefully and look for any small errors or unique details, because these could turn a simple quarter into a highly valuable collector's coin. These coins are not only historically significant, but they also give your collection a rare and prestigious edge. Coin number for -2000P Massachusetts State Quarter. Now let's talk about the 2000P Massachusetts State Quarter, a coin that at first glance looks like nothing more than a regular 25-cent piece. But in reality, some versions of this quarter are worth far more than face value. In this video, we're focusing on the Massachusetts State Quarters that are worth real money today. The increased value can come from a variety of factors, including minting errors and condition rarity. I'll explain everything clearly so you understand what kind of value you can realistically expect from your coin. First, let's talk about production. In the year 2000, Massachusetts quarters were produced in massive numbers, more than 600 million coins were struck at the Philadelphia Mint, with many more produced at the Denver Mint. Because of this high mintage, most Massachusetts quarters, in average condition, are still worth only 25 cents. But this is where it gets interesting. Some Massachusetts quarters feature rare mint errors that dramatically increase their value. One of the most exciting errors is the double-struck coin. If you look closely at the Minuteman design, you may notice that parts of the image appear doubled or overlapped. This is not the same as a double die error. A double die happens when the die itself is manufactured incorrectly, causing many coins to look the same. A double-struck coin, however, means the same coin was struck more than once, making it far rarer and more valuable. Now let's talk about the history and design. Massachusetts was one of the original 13 colonies and became the 6th state to join the Union. That deep historical importance is reflected in the coin's design. The Minuteman symbolizes freedom, sacrifice, and the spirit of the American Revolution. This quarter is also part of the United States Mint's 50 state quarters program, which greatly increased collector interest nationwide. Today, the value of a 2000p Massachusetts quarter depends on three main factors: condition, mint errors, collector demand. In normal condition, it's worth face value, but in high-grade condition, or with verified errors, some examples have sold for hundreds or even thousands of dollars. So if you have a 2000p Massachusetts quarter, don't ignore it. Look closely at the design, check for double strikes. Examine the coin's condition carefully, because sometimes a small detail can turn a common quarter into a valuable collector's coin. The Massachusetts State Quarter is proof that even modern coins can hold hidden value if you know what to look for. Coin number 5-2018D Voyageurs Quarter. Now let's talk about the 2018D Minnesota Voyageurs National Park Quarter, a modern coin that still holds a special place among collectors. This quarter is made of copper nickel over a pure copper core, and it is part of the America the Beautiful National Parks Quarters program, a commemorative series created by the United States Mint. This program was designed to honor America's most famous national parks and natural landmarks, and Voyageurs National Park in Minnesota is one of the most visually stunning designs in the entire series. The coin I'm showing here is the Denver Mint version, marked with a D. I personally acquired several of these coins, and today I want to give you an honest assessment and my personal review. And I have to say, this quarter is easily one of my favorites, especially when it comes to visual appeal. The design of this coin beautifully captures the spirit of Voyageurs National Park. You can see a canoe, calm waters, and forested scenery, all reflecting Minnesota's natural beauty and outdoor heritage. It's a design that immediately stands out and tells a story without needing words. Now, while this is a newer coin and not extremely valuable in circulated condition, its importance comes from design quality, condition, and collector demand. In uncirculated or mint state condition, this quarter becomes much more desirable to collectors. Over time, coins like this can increase in value, especially as complete sets of the America the Beautiful series become harder to assemble. This coin is also a reminder that not every valuable coin has to be old. Sometimes, modern coins with strong designs and historical themes can become future collectibles. The 2018 Minnesota Voyageurs Quarter is more than just spare change. It represents America's natural heritage, national pride, and artistic coin design. If you collect America the Beautiful quarters, this coin is a must-have for your collection. And even if you don't, it's worth taking a closer look, because great coins don't always announce their value right away. The Voyageurs National Park Quarter proves that beauty, history, and potential value can all exist in a single modern coin. Coin number 6-1991 Washington Quarter. Now let's talk about the 1991 Washington Quarter, and more importantly, what actually makes a common quarter valuable. Let's start with the basics. The 1991 Washington quarters are not silver, and they were produced in very large numbers for everyday circulation. Because of this, owning a 1991 quarter by itself is nothing rare. Most of these coins are still worth only face value, but here's where things change. One 1991 Washington quarter sold at auction for an incredible $550. And the reason had nothing to do with silver or rarity of the year. It was all about condition. This coin was graded by NGC as Mint State 67. That grade is extremely high, and only a handful of 1991 quarters exist in that condition. That scarcity at the top grade is exactly where the value comes from. Now let's talk about mint errors. Another 1991 Washington quarter, this time with a P mint mark, was struck 20% off center. This coin doesn't have the normal round shape of a Washington quarter. Part of the design is literally cut off, making it very different from standard circulation coins. Because of this mint error, that quarter sold for between $70 and $95 at auction. That's a huge jump from just 25 cents. These examples prove something very important. A coin does not need to be rare by date to be valuable. Sometimes condition or a mint error is all it takes to turn a common coin into a collector treasure. A simple Washington quarter, if preserved in top condition or struck with an error, can be worth hundreds of dollars. In rare cases, coins like these can help build a luxury lifestyle, from luxury cars to luxury homes, and even move you closer to becoming a millionaire. So if you own a 1991 Washington quarter, don't ignore it. Check the mint mark, look closely at the condition, watch for off-center strikes or cutting errors. Remember, not every valuable coin looks special at first glance. Sometimes the real value is hidden in the details. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to subscribe to the channel so you don't miss the next rare coin breakdown. We'll be back tomorrow with another coin that might surprise you. See you tomorrow.